Hey everybody, hope you're all doing well out there. Do you remember about a year ago I got screwed in the rear? Pretty hard and pretty long. Oh, it's longer than I thought it was going to be. Okay, no wonder I heard... Oh my god! What, this is the longest screw in the world? Seriously? Yeah, it was enormous. I made a video back then repairing that because the tyre was so new with one of these rope plugs. You know the type with the reamer and the glue ropes. These aren't intended to be a permanent repair. These are only supposed to be a get you home type of thing. But anecdotal evidence says that these things can last as long as a tyre does. Now obviously that is supposed to be a temporary repair, but a lot of people said, you know, as long as it's done properly first time, I'd leave it in there for the tyre's life. And lots of people say they do that. And I thought, well, I am going to see what happens if I do that. Now, first things first, best practice and what you should do if you get a puncture is speak to a professional and find out what's the best thing to do. I'm not legally responsible for anything. However, in my test of leaving a plug in a tyre for just over 1 year, in fact it's a year and 8 days now, let's see how it did. Well, first off, I can tell you that in that year I had no air loss, no slow puncture or anything like that. It fixed the problem. So I guess now we need to find it. Where is that plug? It's around here somewhere. There it is. This, I'm very zoomed in here as you can see. That is what's left of the plug. It's completely smooth with the surface. You can't really tell much difference. I mean, as far as a repair goes, that looks pretty darn good. Remember on the inside you've got a big ball of rope behind it, so it's a bit like a mushroom repair. But yeah, 1 year on, a couple of thousand miles I think, and it's looking absolutely fantastic. I have no issues, as long as it's in a decent place to use these rope plugs, I would say. But that is not advice, that's my own personal belief for what I will do. You do what you want to do. What's that? What's that? To me, that looks like a nail. It might not be that long because it's moving around, but going on how hard I got screwed in the rear last time, what do you reckon it's going to be? I mean, I can rope repair it where it is, it's not a problem. And I'd rather do it than leave this in. So, should we find out? Come on then, place your bets. Is it going to be long enough to go into the tyre, or is it just stuck in the surface and it's maybe just half a nail? Place your bets in the comments. Let's find out. Okay, that is quite in there. I will say now, I know this is the internet, and whenever there is a choice of options to do, some people will tell you you should have done it the other way. I could leave this in here and it most likely would not come out, and it seems to be holding air, but eventually it's going to wear. I mean, even it would wear with it, but it's just dangerous to... I'm not trusting a nail in my tyre, I don't know about you, but I want to know what's going on with this. If I have to repair it, I'll repair it. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh, oh, it's a big one. Ow, oh, not again. Not another long one. Are you kidding me? What is this? It's about 2 inches long, roughly. Honestly, the roads around here are just littered with this stuff. Well, it looks like we're going to do another repair then and see how that one is in maybe a year's time, if this tyre's got a year left in it. I honestly did not envisage implementing this kit when I was coming down to make this video. My lights are in the way and everything. My first video is a good explanation of this, but it's simple. Ream out the hole to clean it up. Oh, also, people said in the last video that you should use rubber cement when you put the ropes in. My kit didn't come with it, and as we've seen with these plugs anyway, I don't know whether they're impregnated with it or what, they seem to seal no problem. Right, I'm going to take another one of these sticky ropes. Thread it through the thing. Get it halfway. Get it in. Most of the way. And yank in a straight motion. I remember this. Take our knife and chop them down flush with the tyre. If it was on the flat, you could leave it sticking out a little bit more, people say, but I'm just going to trim this down. I've trimmed the plug down and I'm just squidging it down into the groove so it doesn't sit proud. So yes, my conclusion was going to be, obviously it's not the advised thing to do, but it seems like these can last the remaining life of the tyre if they're done correctly. And obviously I trust them quite a bit because I now have 2 of them. It'll be interesting to see how this one ages, and it'll also be interesting to see what these look like on the inside of the tyre when we take it off in the future. But obviously that won't be for a while because this has got a little bit of meat left on it. If you thought this was funny, because I went to do an update on a plug and then had to do another plug, interesting or useful, please click that like button. If you want clearer instructions as to how to put one of these in, my first video is far better. I didn't want to just remake that video, so I just kind of skipped through it a bit. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this one ages because it's not on the surface here, it's down in one of the grooves. I will go easy to start with, but I'll see how it goes. I will add again, don't do this in the front wheel, rear wheel only. If it's the front wheel, sure, you could patch it to get you home, but go very easy and replace that tyre. I don't mess around with front. I don't mess around with brakes and I don't mess around with front tyres. They're very, very important because that's the thing that makes you stop. And as we all know, it's not speeding that kills, it's the stopping part.